Today we have news of an 8K, 60 frames per second Canon cinema camera. We have a firmware update on the 5D Mark IV, while Olympus slashes the EM1 Mark II price, and Nikon offers modest discounts on the new Z6 Mark II and Z7 Mark II. This and more coming up after the introduction. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Simon. Thanks for tuning into The Ordinary Filmmaker. If you're new here, subscribe to get notification of new videos like this one so you don't miss any news, rumors, or tutorials. And by the way, I'm giving away a brand new Canon EOS R5 full-frame mirrorless camera to one lucky viewer. Details are in the description down below, or you can watch this video here, but essentially all you have to do is subscribe for your chance to win. Canon Watch says we're getting an 8K Super 35 cinema camera at up to 60 frames per second with dual gain output, Canon's updated dual pixel autofocus, dual native ISO, and a faster and new Digic DV processor. Canon's been stating that they've been working on 8K for some time, and having a cinema camera with 8K is pretty much a foregone conclusion. But 60 frames per second this soon? I'm not sure about that. That's a huge amount of data, and if it's raw, that's almost 2 gigabits a second of data. Now, if this camera is true, it's certainly not going to be cheap. Could it be an update for the C700? This would make sense. It is due for an update as it was released back in 2016. But what do you think? Is this camera too good to be true? Is it wild speculation? Or is it on the roadmap for 2021? Anyhow, now it's time to take a look at Panasonic once again. A few weeks back, 43 Rumors reported that Panasonic's working on a vloggers, or focusing on vloggers, as part of their strategic transformation. Their shift to focus on video. Now, a trusted source of the site went a little further. The high-end Micro Four Thirds market is definitely a big focus for Panasonic. And by high-end, they're referring to the GH line. Now, Panasonic stated previously that the GH6 is under development, so we don't feel like there's any risk to this camera line that it's not going to be coming out. But the source felt the need to clarify Panasonic's position on their strategic direction. The GH6 will not be mainly targeted at vloggers. There will be some very good updates coming. I'd say a lot's up in the air. Until there's a commitment to replace contrast detect, I really can't see them moving their sales out of the basement. Now, perhaps it's a matter of saving face. Perhaps someone high level up in the organization has committed to DFD, stating that it's going to work, we can make it work. And in order not to lose face, they're not going to back down. Now, I hope this isn't the case, but it's the only thing that makes sense to me. What do you think? Anyhow, now back to Canon. Canon's gone ahead and released firmware version 1.3.0 for the Canon 5D Mark IV. It enables NFC connection with smartphones running Android 10. It enables support for the .cr2 image format on image.canon and fixes the issue in which some camera operations may not be possible or an error may occur after insufficient flash output is produced when shooting with a flash. So for those of you looking for a firmware update on the 5D, there you go. But the big news of the day is a price cut over at Olympus. Olympus cut the price of the EM Mark II significantly. It now sells for $899. And that's down from the day before at $1,699. That's a really big discount. If you're considering getting an Olympus camera, now's definitely the time to act. Most of their cameras have already received steep discounts. And I think it's partly because they're looking to increase their revenue to develop more advanced models. And not to be outdone, Nikon's lowered the price of the Z6 and Z7 Mark II with the FTZ adapter by $200 and lowered the price of the Z5 by $100. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel the holiday pricing season's off to an early start this year. So far, no deals on Canon gear, and I'm really looking forward to that because I'm looking at getting a discount on the Canon RF 800mm and the 2x extender. That 2x extender is just a wee bit overpriced right now. In this segment up behind the scenes, I want to talk to you about my schedule. A couple of months ago, I said I'm going to start publishing my videos at 7 o'clock in the morning every day, but I've started changing that because what I've noticed is since I started that policy, my views have dropped significantly. So I think what I'm going to start doing is if news comes out and I've created the video at, let's say, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening, I'm not going to wait 12 hours for the following day to put that news out there. And you've seen this already with the R1 news coming out. Now, I release that as soon as I get it, which is usually around somewhere between 5 and 7 o'clock in the evening. and the views have certainly picked up a bit. So it's part of a learning game. I'm trying to figure out the best times to publish things, not the best time to record it. My record times are pretty much the same. It's usually after 5 o'clock in the evening on weekdays, and then Saturday and Sunday whenever I feel like doing it. But as far as trying to pick a time, I know it's nice to know that it's always going to be there at a certain time of the day, but you know, if I wait too long after the news comes out, there's just not a lot of interest. So I'm going to try to be a bit more responsive to when the news comes out. But keep in mind, I do have a day job, so I'm not going to be publishing a lot of stuff during the day. But fortunately, I do have a 1-hour lunch. So videos like this don't take long to shoot. They're not very long. Take about, and here's the thing too, if the video is about 7 minutes long or 5 minutes long, multiply that by 2, and that's usually how long it took to shoot it. Now editing, if I don't have a lot of, you know, images to flash up, that cuts down on a lot of time. And this video here, the one that I'm producing right now, well, I already had this one scripted out for last night, and I was going to have it come out this morning, but I had a review coming out, so I thought, you know what? I'm giving myself the evening off. I just don't feel like doing anything. I'm going to take a nope day. In other words, nope, I'm not doing it. So this was very easy to do, and editing is probably only going to take 5-10 minutes max. Then I upload it and publish it, and it's pretty simple. So that's kind of the direction I'm taking. Now, I am noticing that I'm getting a lot more gear sent to me. I am going to be getting the Ninja 5 coming shortly. I'm really excited to be trying that out. And by the way, for anybody who bought a Canon R5 in Canada, I just recently received my jacket from Canon, and it's actually, the quality is better than I anticipated. It's a Patagonia jacket. On the sleeve, it says the Canon R system. And I can't remember what it says on the other sleeve, but it's a very nice jacket. It's great this time of year in the fall when things are a little cool. You know, where it's not cold enough to wear a winter jacket, but it's definitely cold enough that you're going to want to wear something. So I find it very light and very warm. So those, I got mine a couple of days ago. So if you bought your R5 and you live in Canada, and you want to make sure you filled out in the box, you got this little piece of paper and it said go online and register, and you put in your serial number, and then Canon will send that out to you. So it looks like those jackets are going out now. But that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe for your chance to win the Syncolav S6E and M3 shotgun microphones. I'll be awarding these prizes once my channel reaches 20,000 subscribers, which, looking at the stats this morning, looks like it's only about 4,000 subscribers away. And then, for every 10,000 subscribers thereafter, I'm going to be offering a better and more expensive prize until we reach 100,000 subscribers. And at that point, I'm going to be awarding a brand new Canon EOS R5 full-frame mirrorless camera to one lucky viewer. Make sure you watch this video here. I've got details in the description down below, the legalese and all that, because there are some blockout areas, but yeah, I'm awarding a brand new Canon EOS R5 once the channel reaches 100,000 viewers. So on that bombshell, thanks for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. We'll see you again soon.